I want to bring in Andy Serwer, our editor-in-chief, who's also following all of this. And Andy, we thought that the biggest thing we'd be talking about today was the Georgia runoff election. Well, you know what? Think again. We see stocks now coming off their highs of the day. In fact, the NASDAQ has turned negative. You've covered many things on politics over the years, many elections. What do you make of what's taking place now in D.C.?
Yeah, I lived in Washington, D.C. in the 1960s as a boy, and I remember the protests then and the tear gas, and we've certainly seen tear gas and many demonstrations since then, but has been nothing like this. Breaking into the Capitol building. They've essentially, and there's sort of no other way to put this, two sentences. They have stormed the Capitol. That's one sentence. And let me put the second as a question. How is this not a coup attempt? Okay, you never thought you'd say that in America. But how is this not a coup attempt? They have interrupted and stopped the certification of the next president of the United States. Now, if this was happening in what we used to call a third world country, we'd be reporting this and saying, oh, this is a coup attempt. But this is here in the United States of America. And so it seems foreign for us to say this is a coup attempt. But I'm not quite sure how to characterize this otherwise. Now, these people don't have weapons. They've been relatively peaceful. They've kept the barricades up inside the Capitol when they're walking around. But who knows, things could change in a second. The current president of the United States is complicit in all of this action. And then you've got the situation happening tonight where the mayor of DC has announced a 6 p.m. curfew. Who knows what's going to happen at that point? And the police are outnumbered. Now, when we had a Black Lives Matter protest a number of weeks and months ago, the police were not outnumbered. And they had plenty of weaponry to deal with the protesters. But apparently this time around, they were caught unawares. How is that possible? How is that possible? There are a lot of things to unwind. This is a big moment in American history, and quite frankly, a dark one. And it sends a very dark signal to everyone who lives in this country, and in fact, to people around the world.